Yo, what's going on, guys? Stop Sally back at it again, and I have another video here for you guys. And in this video, um, I'm not actually sure what gameplay this is. I'm pretty sure this is the one where it absolutely demolished. But uh, first, let me say something. Before this game started, I was, I was blasting music, and I had a couple of kids in my part, and we were just hanging out, having a good time. So this entire gameplay I don't think I started trying until the very end when I pulled up the scoreboard and I had like 82 kills and I was freaking out and I started shaking, dude, and I was like, damn. And it started to get to me, but in the beginning, I don't think I really gave a shit. You know, normal game for me. But no, this is probably one of the best games I've ever had in my entire life. And I started freaking out so bad that I started to, I started to lose track of reality and I kind of got annihilated. But it was pretty good gameplay in the end. So I have a good topic to talk about today, and it is the fact that summer is coming up, and I'm going to be doing a lot more videos and streaming and everything, and playing competitive Call of Duty and all kinds of stuff. That wasn't really the thing that I wanted to tell you guys, but I'm just saying that's coming up. So the few fans that I have, let's get hyped about it because you're going to see twice content. So, but anyway, the thing that I want to talk about today is I have some embarrassing stories in life. And I think my last video was the story about me stealing my teacher's phone, which is embarrassing, by the way. Um, because I'm known now in Grand Ridge as a thief and the retard, fucking faggot asshole. You know, um, it's just not a good thing to be known by, but whatever. It's good. I know that I was just a young little kid and she overreacted by calling the cops on me and all this stuff. And I just kind of looking back on it, I'm like, well, why? I'm just a little kid who doesn't know anything about life. But, anyway, I did a lot of stupid stuff in fourth grade. I stole, I cussed, and then there was this story. So there's a kid that used to go to our school. He moved, he came coming back. He kept coming back and then he kept moving and all this stuff. It was really weird. But his name was Riley Gore. A badass kid, by the way. And we were pretty good friends back then. Had a pretty solid relationship. And, he was a good kid, but he was weird as well. He was like me. So, like, we were really sexually, awkward. It's a funny story, but it's just funny for me to say because it was just so dumb. And, um, we were young and we were stupid and we didn't know anything. But we went outside and we used to play football every single day at recess. We'd go outside, we'd have the two most athletic kids pick teams, and then we'd play, a hardcore game of football, and it was fun. We all loved it, and it was exciting. And there's kid named Riley once again. And, yeah, so what happened with him was one day I went outside. I came up pretty late, I think, because I had to clean up my area, after lunch, respectful. And um, he was out there and he was a team captain and he was like, I choose you. And I'm like, all right, sweet. Uh, I'm on your team now. So he's like, all right, get over here. And I'm turning around and I'm looking at all the other kids that are getting picked. And he takes me by the shoulders and he dry humps me in the butt. Oh my god, this is hilarious. And let me just tell you guys right now, neither of us were gay. Oh god, I'm sorry. This is so stupid that it's hilarious. Neither of us were gay, and neither of us are now. So he dry humps me in the back like 3 or 4 times, and I was just, dude, I was an attention whore, bitch. Like I loved attention. And I still do. I love making people laugh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I do. I love making people laugh. So I take him and I throw him on the ground, and I start fucking him in the butthole as most, as hard as I could. And um, looking back on this, it's probably the most ridiculous thing I ever could have done in my entire life because um, I got in trouble like really really bad. So this teacher, Mrs. Smeets, by the way, a really really nice lady. She comes out and she sees me dry humping this kid in the butthole, and she starts screaming at me like, no, dude, she is literally tearing me up. And she runs over and she's like, oh my god! And she's looking at us, and dude, I thought she was gonna pass out. She was like, oh, and she's like holding her head, and like it looked like one of those movies where like she's about to pass out, and she's like lightheaded, and she's like doing one of those back wrist thingies, so she's like holding her head or whatever, and so I'm like, you know, being a little kid, I was just sitting there laughing, and so we were pulled apart, and I got called to the principal's office, and he's like, I'm trying to remember what he said. What did he say? Oh, so Mrs. Smeets, I had to sit outside, and Mrs. Smeets was sitting there, and she is freaking out. Like, she is literally like, she's like, I can't believe you did that. That is so inappropriate. And I'm sitting there, like, grinning, like, just a little savage, and, um, oh my god. And he didn't really get in trouble for it. I kind of got caught as the culprit of the situation, and, but so then I get called in the principal's office, and our principal back then was really serious about this kind of stuff. And he's like, "All right." He gave me a piece of notebook paper. He's like, "Write down what you did, why you did it." And so I'm writing shit down, and I'm like, "He did it to me first. It was funny. It was just a joke." And now thinking back on it, I want to like jaw hawk myself, dude. Like it was dumb. I don't know why I was that retarded. And but I was young and shit was easy back then. And so I'm writing this stuff down. He's reading it over, and he's like, "What the heck were you thinking?" And I'm like, "He did it first." And no, it was just really stupid. And he didn't talk to me. I don't think for the entire rest of the year. Nope, I don't think he did. I'm honest. And then he moved away, and he came back, and now every time I see him and I think about him, and or not think about him, but every time I see him, I'm thinking about like what happened with us, and I'm like, yo, Riley, how's it going, buddy? And we're making jokes about teabagging and all this bullshit and just immature, freshman stuff. But I don't know, it's a pretty good story to tell your my fuck that, dude. That's a retarded idea. I'm never telling anybody that story except for you guys, of course, because it's the point of a commentary is to commentate over a gameplay. But so yeah, that was one of my stories, and I still have literally half a gameplay left. So what else should I talk about? Uh, Shitty weather. It's April. Why is it? It was snowing yesterday or 2 days ago. It was snowing in April. What the hell? And now it's raining. Like, dude, global warming is a fucking thing. I don't care what people say. It is real, dude. Like, this shit is bad. We need Bernie in the office, homie. Like, this guy he needs to educate these fools because they know nothing. Oh my god, and I'm choking awful right here. But so let me just bugger into this commentary. By the way, at this point in time, I'm like, I'm kind of looking at the scoreboard. I'm like, all right, we got something going here, a little bit, but I'm still kind of goofing around, talking to my friends, listening to music, banging out. I'm looking all over my room, looking at my phone at some points maybe. But and then I start turning up pretty soon here. But you know, being a kid is fun. Honestly, I'm growing up too fast, dude. Like it is going by literally way too fast. Because now I have to make decisions, adult decisions. Like you know, I just worked in yesterday, and I'm thinking like, should I buy a new monitor, a new headset, new controller, new recording equipment? What the hell? Save up for a PC, a car? Like, when I was a little kid, I was goo-goo guying my mommy, asking for suckers and candies, and oh my god, I miss it. Life was fucking amazing back then. kind of sad. But everyone's got to grow up, and sadly, uh, I'm growing up a little bit faster, in my opinion, and stupider than my peers. But whatever. Yeah. I'm getting all emotional now. I'm about to start crying. No, I'm just kidding. But I choked 100 plus. Like, what the hell, dude? 97 kills. I couldn't even get 100, bro. I was trying so hard there at the end, too. You'll see. It's just sad. But whatever. Can't always get what you want in life. You have to, whatever happens, happens. It's put down on a platter for you to take or to leave. And, I didn't take it. I left it. If I would have tried this entire gameplay, I guarantee you I would have done better. Because I was getting reckless as hell and it was working out. Like sometimes being a retard works and sometimes it backfires, but in this gameplay, it was amazingly beneficial. Like, look at this, dude. I'm inside of their spawn for like 20 minutes. Like, these kids couldn't get me out. This is fun. Fun game. And I left the B flag uncaptured, and I didn't really get on flags the entire time because strategically because I wanted the game to last longer so I can get more kills. Because I had a feeling that this game was going to be good. And it was. It's a good game. Could have been better, though. But it's all good. But, yeah, so the game's kind of closing out here. But this is where I really start picking it up. Like, this is when I'm looking at the score and I'm like, oh, hell yes, I'm doing something pretty good here. What am I doing right? Well, let's see. Let's pull out the site and tear some wigs. But anyway, my friends call me a fanboy of Optic. Yeah, maybe a little bit. They're my favorite pro team, Scump, he's not my favorite pub stomper, but he's up there. He's good, and I like him, and he's funny, and he's close enough to me that I can relate to him. So for all the people out there that are hating on the fact that I like Scump. Fuck you, boy. Like Marco J. I'm out there. But you got to do what you love, and this is what I love. But so another thing that I kind of wanted to say, yeah, that was a big kill right there, by the way. But I want to say this: I've been bullied at the beginning of my school year by a couple of kids, and I've learned something. For people that want to know, like, why don't you just say stop or something? You can't just say stop. And the way it goes is these kids, they didn't like me because I was trying to go out with this girl that was my friend's, or that was her ex's um ex, but he was like really latched on to her, and he got pissed off at me when I tried to get with her. So um shit started to go down, and it started to get really bad, and um yeah, it just didn't get, it wasn't good. It was bad stuff. But yeah, I mean, who knows? The world's a mysterious place. It really, really is. But he wanted to beat my ass, and his friends did too. So, but what I've learned is, don't be afraid of it. Look it in the face and take it, and they'll stop. But that's the end of the gameplay, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys later.